John up front, Mr. Dave's your brakeman conductor. Wood. Keep an eye out for wildlife on our journey. We're traveling a mile into the back country. The park itself, over 120 years old, started back 1897, a land grant from the Irvine Ranch, pre-California statehood. Their ranch was so big it covered 1/4 of Orange County as we know it today. Today we call it the city of Irvine. There's a cluster of royal date palm trees coming up on our left-hand side. If you look at the very last tree to the far left, all the way up near the top, there are red, white, and black birds with a little red patch on their head. Those are the acorn woodpeckers making a bug sandwich. Lower Lake, known for its bass and catfish. Today we have lots of different ducks down here. The little gray ones are from up in the Arctic. They are called the North American coots. They come all the way down from Canada and Alaska to spend the day in California. The beautiful tan and pink bird right next to the girl in purple here is a northern African shell duck. It is also known as an Egyptian goose. They originally came from the Nile River. That one's a boy. They'll sleep on one leg like that. That's how they sleep at night, stay nice and warm. A little bit farther along, the upper lake, the boathouse from 1914, the Orange County Zoo, the Nature Center too.
Что за путешествие?
Ну, видишь, озеро красивое. Сюда придем, посмотрим.
Там может катамаран.
It looks like a redwood tree, but it's not. This is a northern Australian red eucalyptus, an entire forest up behind the boathouse to your left, unused. They are original fuel sources brought here in the early 1800s during the beginning of the steam industrial revolution. Someone realized these trees would grow in the California environment with little or no water and brought a whole box of them up, and they grew up. They're over 100 years. The trees that have no leaves are the river sycamore. The California sycamore has a white bark. If you throw water on it, it turns green. During the winter time, the tree's skin acts as the leaves to generate energy for the tree as it grows. They are also good indicators where to dig for water if you get lost in the wilderness. Coming into the upper forest, keep an eye out for any critters. Lots of squirrels and rabbits out. These trees we're coming up on are white oak, red oak, blue oak, and poison oak. The largest of the trees in this grove are the coast live oaks, and to our right and left, some of these going back 450 years of age. Keep an eye out for giant blue chickens, big as a small 7-year-old. Those are the peacocks. Most of the time they will hang out in the zoo on the colder days, where the bear cage or deer cage are, to get advantage on the free food. Some more Egyptian geese there by the people on the left. Tree immediately left of us, the Constitution oak from the year 1776. It was considered fully mature. One half of the tree is actually missing. And that's the Nature Center, the hexagon building to your left. Free to get in, great history to check out. James L. Irvine II, his 2 favorite doggies out for a day in the backwoods. His family used to own 109,000 football fields of land. Today we call it the city of Irvine. And the 1 mile mark, we pass a big party here on our left. We go around our movie set prop for 4th grade field trips. This time of year we teach the California Goldfield history. And you'd be riding your train from Missouri or Ohio all the way to the California gold fields, and you'd pass the First Nation and their buffalo herds. Pawnee, Shawnee, Lakota, Dakota, and many other tribes who relied on that food resource. Clothing was made from the buffalo, housing was made from the buffalo. And of course, no part was wasted. They used everything. Horns, hooves, teeth, bone, the whole 9 yards. Nice thing about having your own herd of plywood buffalo, it's easy to clean up after them. There's only sawdust. But I'm pumped. Hey, the bird bath here goes back to 1919. The lady who designed it also had a big foot in designing how the park is here. Remember, the park originally opened back in 1897. Roads and trails were only designed for 1 horse, 1 carriage, not cars. And a little farther down you hear a squeaky noise. That is a dog alarm on a squirrel. The squirrel is letting you know that somewhere within 100 feet of us there is a dog somewhere here. Either a coyote or someone's pet. That is the dog alarm. Remember that next time you go hiking. This is the Kings Highway, El Camino Royale, established 1620s by the Californios and Spanish settlers and explorers that tried to build an empire of gold mining, silver mining, and cattle industry right up until the California weather finally got them. And that's happened in modern times too. No matter what we do or what we build, remember we haven't completely conquered nature yet. We are out of the forest. And up ahead by the locomotive to your left, the big patch of poison oak. Now those of you who love to read stories to your children, or those of you children who love to read stories to your adults, there is a book called Island of the Blue Dolphin. In modern times now, we can have the computer read it to you. Your smartphone, if you go to YouTube, you should be able to find it. Island of the Blue Dolphin. It's a story about living in California during the time of the Spanish and Russian occupation of Catalina Island. Keep an eye out for baby raven here off to the left. It likes to hang out in the little tree branches here. It's about 8 or so years old. There it is right above you on the left. Baby raven. Look up right next to the green post. Here's the baby. Hi, baby raven. So there's a chiffon hairdo white striped duck next to us, and that is the mandarin duck, and then in front of them is a blue nose duck with a green side and white stripe on it. That's the woodgen from Hungary. So also had another rare duck, the ringneck duck from the Midwest was here earlier this morning. Into the tunnel we go, arms and legs inside the coach. And that is the modern sound warning of a car being touched. Although the squirrel did a better job of it, I thought. Going to go through the tunnel here in the mining camp. Keep an eye out for any gold miners. So those of you who are going to be around next weekend is the train's 24th birthday. Be sure to drop by. Tickets on that weekend. Next weekend will be $2 per train ride for Saturday and Sunday. Go back to the original old prices for the weekend. Watch your heads getting out, tall folk, and have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you once again.